So this experience has been phenomenal because I didn't know what to expect coming in. I didn't know what the outputs would be. I was actually a bit skeptical, like, oh, how could I build my own agent? How could I pour my creative process into this machine, essentially? And I've been so blown away by the outcome. I've been so blown away by how, number one, efficient it has helped me become in my strategy sessions. But also when I have experimented and tried to put in subpar work, it pushes back with the same kind of questions I would push back on, to maybe a junior or a researcher, and in this almost in the same kind of language. So it's kind of scary in a way as well, but it's just been so phenomenal to actually see that pouring yourself and your actual systems and processes into this blueprint, it actually does make a world of a difference. And I've really used it as my closest resource in brainstorming now. So thank you, Mark. It's been a phenomenal, phenomenal journey. And I think there's only more to discover with this platform and with the blueprint that I've created. And I've only done one, so I'm excited to play around and create more.
Um, yeah, thanks, Nathan. Just how are you getting on with Scaffold? What are you finding from it?
I'd say the whole like, it's been a brilliant journey, for want of a better word. I think I said before, I found the process of the hard bit has been the decoding how I think, and that's been really enjoyable. But like, the really getting into that, it made me realize just how much of it is just intuitive. You just don't really think about it, and so it was much about the process of understanding how to kind of decode that as much then as actually building the agent. That's been really interesting.
Hmm.
Um, and I've definitely got loads more work I need to do just to continue playing around with the agent now and kind of perfecting that. But I feel like I have it's giving me a much better sense of if I was to build the next one, how do I start and what do I need to think about and capture and like that's been fascinating. And like I said to you, the quality of the research that the agent turned out when I put it. So I gave it a live brief I've been working on for a wealth management business who needed a new comms strategy. And I'd already spent a whole load of time on developing that strategy. And then I put the brief into the agent, and where it got to with his insight was just a whole new place that had completely passed me by. So I ended up rewriting the comms strategy based around that, which maybe doesn't say very much from my research, but it was very incredibly detailed and yeah, super interesting.
How are you getting on with Scaffold?
I found the most interesting sort of aspect of the whole process for me is having to explore what makes me me. So I think I mentioned to a friend that it almost been quite therapeutic trying to work out what I do on a day-to-day basis. Certain prompts that you nudged us towards, like asking what would a novice get wrong, is quite interesting because obviously you tend not to reflect too much on when things go wrong, but obviously it's a really key part of my process. Um, yeah, so I think that's been the most fascinating bit for me, really. It feels like it's getting close to being an approximate version of the type of thinking that I do. So in most tests that I've ran, it suggested ideas that I might well have come up with myself that I could maybe make into work.
Cool. How are you getting on with Scaffold? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's been a really interesting thing to be involved in. To be honest, when I got signed up for this by the agency here, I didn't really know what it was. So it's kind of been a pretty wild ride. Like I didn't expect it was going to be this, but it's been, yeah, I've learned a lot, and yeah, I feel like I've got something that I can probably use now, which is pretty cool to have something to actually take away from it that I can use. Um, yeah, I think the thing that's been really interesting for me, aside from the AI kind of journey, is kind of understanding my creative process a lot more. I think like I've never really thought about it to be honest. Like I think as creators, we do so much intuitively. We kind of have these lessons kind of drilled into us over the years that we kind of take on board. But yeah, I never really stopped to think about what I do and how I do it.
Yeah.
I think that's been really cool actually to think about that. And even outside of the scaffold, I've kind of noticed how that's kind of changed the way I think about ideas and the way I give feedback to teams, and kind of thinking about the process more. So yeah, it's been good in that respect too.
Oh, it's amazing to hear. Thank you for telling me that.